That's not the screen I want. There we go. What is going on, good people of YouTube? It is me, Chavez. I'm back with another, I almost said NBA player prop talk, but it's not specific to any sport. And in fact, we don't even have NBA on the schedule today, but I am back with another player prop talk live stream here on the channel. Hit that like button on your way in. Today is Saturday, April 13th, 2024. As always, I hope this finds you doing well and in good spirits. Hope everybody's weekend is off to a good start. Hope everybody had a good Friday, protected play Friday, free entry Friday. The Goblin, you saw what PrizePicks did there. They nerfed your protected play down to $5, gave you the free entry to 20 for the Goblin hit. So they made sure they didn't lose too much on that promo, but free play is free play. So can't argue with that. No NBA today. Going to be a little weird in terms of format. However, the way the NBA has been going, I say fuck the NBA right now, because we're getting a very watered down product. We're getting a very inconsistent product. So very much looking forward to the play-in playoffs, where we can really concentrate on where that production's coming from. No wonky rotations. Get those sorry ass teams out of here. Those lottery teams, the hell out of here, man. A few more days. But today we got a whole hour to fill up of anything but NBA. So we'll be going through Q&A, no doubt. We'll go over some Discord wins in the Discord, some nice slips hit yesterday, and then we'll just chop it up for an hour. We'll see if we can fill up an hour with no NBA. But we knew this was coming. We saw the schedule. We saw the games ahead of time. So you should be prepared for this non-NBA Saturday. And we move on to a new day. Speaking of new days, let's talk about this interesting little fact. Over 10% of the U.S. population will die in their sleep, do die in their sleep. If you're hearing this, if you're seeing this, you are not one of those people. So hashtag blessed. Value your day accordingly. Do something cool today. Help an old lady cross the street. I don't know why that's always my go-to in terms of acts of service. Oh, help somebody cross the street. Nowadays, they'll probably stab you for getting too close to them, right? But if the situation presents itself, help somebody out today. Hashtag blessed for sure. Hit that like button on your way in. If it's your first time on the stream, welcome. Hit the like button. If it is your first time on the chat, throw a question in the chat. Let me know you're new. I'll get to your player prop question ASAP. Make sure I get there first, as a way of saying thank you for checking this out for the first time. Let's move on. And let's talk about some turds for today. Well, I guess turds from yesterday, because we haven't even discussed any plays for today. So if you already have a turd for today, throw it in the chat, because damn, there aren't any games right now, at least in North America. I don't think there are any games being played right now on any level. But if you already have a turd for today, throw it in the chat. Maybe it's an esport turd, an overnight turd, a graveyard shift turd. But yeah, let's talk about some turds from yesterday. What's up, Showtime? What is going on? Yeah, that beat is sick, right? I love that beat. I want to buy it. I'm using it. I'm giving the rights to the composer, no doubt. By Brent Davis, I think is the composer on that one, the artist on that one. But yeah, that one is sick. I love it. I want to screw it up. I want to screw it and chop it. I know that's I'd probably get fined for that, but I'd love to screw and chop that shit up. I don't even know how to do it. I just want to learn so I can do it and put it on my stream. What's up, Dante? Too famous. Good morning. Divine, what's up? What's up? Good morning, Mel. What's up? Top of the morning to you. What we doing today? I don't know. MLB, NHL, MMA, whatever three letter league is out there. EPL. Mel says MMA, Zang over takedowns. All right. We got MMA play on the board for sure. What's up, Alien? Jay Marsh, what's up? Good morning. I agree. A lot of DMPs yesterday. Oh, man. Don't get me started. Last 2 days been DMP Central. Big T, what is up? Morning. Kyle Schwarber on Phillies. Oh, you in the Discord? You saw that one I put in the Discord? That's a good one. Yeah, we'll talk about that one. Let's go, Damien. Good morning. Good morning. You got the day off today, Damien? Damien takes time out of his busy days to provide in the Discord, so I appreciate his time always. Nuggets, Thunder, Wolves, all tied for first. Sunday's a very important game. We already have a couple of targets, for our Sunday focus, attack those meaningful games. What's up, Robert Higgins? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Turd. My turd of the day, honestly, probably Austin Reeves, to be honest with you. Josh Giddey was my write-up of the day. We'll get into the write-ups over in the Discord, which are free. If you've been playing those write-ups, you've been cashing the last 2 weeks. If you are able to pair that write-up play with a taco or a glizzy or your favorite play, you're cashing. No doubt, you're cashing. Yesterday, unfortunately, our win streak got put on pause because Josh Giddey gets scratched. I'm kind of glad he got scratched because the 2-pick that I played with him and Austin Reeves would have not made me money. Austin Reeves had a terrible night, got in foul trouble early and often, and really just played himself out of the game, which is kind of what he does sometimes. So we got full effort from LeBron and Anthony Davis. So didn't really see that game going. Lakers didn't blow that game out of the water like I thought they would. They kind of let the Grizzlies stick around, let Scottie Pippen Jr. do his thing. So yeah, turd for me was probably Austin Reeves. Didn't have any MLB turds. And I think that was it for me. So definitely Austin Reeves. Hashtag blessed indeed. Hashtag blessed is trending in the chat. Absolutely, Jay. Absolutely. Robert Higgins says Panarin assist. Panarin assist? Oh, is that a NHL play? Rangers ML money line noon banger. Okay. All right, cool. Let's move on. Let's get off this damn slide of John Witherspoon spraying it down. Typically we go from turds of the day to injury news, but inactive list isn't out for the MLB right now, and there is no NBA today, so we don't really have any injury news. So we're going to change the format up and get right into a couple of offers that I have that are one's exclusive to Discord members. I guess they're all exclusive to Discord members. So let's just get to it. I talk about this. I've been talking about this last week. Special offer for only my Discord members. This is not available on Twitter. This is not available on Instagram. This is not even available on the props.cash website. But for my Discord members only, freemium or premium, doesn't matter what side you're on, Props.cash is offering a pretty significant drop in annual plan from $199 to $149. That averages out to $12.49 per month. If you're on a month-to-month with Props.cash, you already know this is much lower. And that's a savings of about $90. So same features, everything's the same. You just knock the whole year out in one payment and you're saving money. If you feel like you'd use Props.cash for 8, 9 months, 7 months, you're still saving money, if you pay for the full year in advance. If you see yourself using this for a full year or more, this just makes sense. So special offer only for Discord members. You can't even sign up for it on the website. You have to go through me. So shoot me a DM over in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, link is in the stream description. Let me know you want to jump on this offer. We'll make it happen. Speaking of offers, 10-day pass still in effect. $9.99, 10-day pass. Listen, we're going to get into the Discord. I'll show you some wins from the Discord. I'll show you how we have it all set up in there. But at $10, you made your money back yesterday and then some for sure. No joke. And I'll prove it to you. So $9.99, 10-day pass. Just DM me. Hey, I want to sign up. Cool. Get you hooked up. That's it. Pretty simple stuff. We'll get into the Discord here in a few minutes, but I definitely want to get right into some player props. I'm seeing them pop up in the chat. So let's do this. Let's transition over to PrizePicks. Let's pull up that board. I have a few plays on the board that I was researching today. Go ahead and share some of those plays with you. And then as always, we'll get into your questions. We'll get into your Qs. You got Qs, I got As. All right. I always seem to lose viewers when I talk about promos. People jump off. They're like, man, this guy's trying to sell us shit. I am. I am. And then they'll pop back on. Is it over yet? Is it done? That's cool. Those are probably the motherfuckers I don't want in my Discord anyway. It's all good. It's all good. I'm feeling spicy this morning. So a few more F-bombs being thrown in there. Maybe a touch more swag today. It's Saturday. All right. So here are a few player props that I had up on the board that I was looking at. I have this strategy, not even a strategy. I have this superstition that when I start putting players in my, what do we call this? Not a cart. When I start putting players on my board here, I just took notice that as I'm putting players in, sometimes they get bumped up. And so I started thinking that maybe PrizePicks is monitoring the users as they start to build out their slips, and they're just monitoring who and what, you know? Oh, if 10,000 people are on, say, a Suzuki hitter fantasy score for the more, and then it bumps up, I don't think it's only because of people, you know, wanting to play the over, but it gives them a sign that, oh shit, people like this one, let's move it up. And I just started taking notice of that. So my way of combating that is just to do the opposite. Until I'm ready to submit, if I like the over on stuff, I just put it in there as unders until I'm ready to submit. Now you have to remember to switch it, because you don't want to throw this shit in there and you have the wrong slip. So let's take a look at this. So I actually do like the over on Suzuki's fantasy score today. I like the over on Schwarber's hits, runs, and RBIs. You may think that's a stupid superstition, but aren't most superstitions stupid to begin with? So that's just mine. So this one is really popping for the over on the hitter strikeouts, but I can't see it. And I want to talk about Ketel Marte under hitter strikeout. Corey Seager is popping for the over. He's starting to heat up a little bit. Terrible numbers against Ronel Blanco, but the books and the odds like the over. And Dean Kramer still at 5.5. There are some places where they bumped him up to 6. I like the over on his strikeouts. And since I have my theory on Ketel Marte, I'm actually considering the under on his hitter fantasy score, despite that game total being, I think, 10. I'm willing to take a look at the under on his fantasy score because of his numbers versus, is it Kyle Gibson? Not that great. All right. What MLB props do we have in the chat? Let's throw them on board. I got Kyle in there already, Dante. I told you I was already on him. Jay Marsh wants to take a look at Ronel Blanco pitching outs. Are you looking at the over on this one or under on this one? Well, first of all, it's not even on PrizePicks. Where are you playing at, Jay? We can still look it up, but I just want to make sure we got the Pick'em site so that people they know where to go play it. Let me know in the chat, but we'll pull up, let's see. Who can we remove from the board? I already have 2 Ketel Marte props up there. So let's take him away. And let's just throw any damn prop up there for Ronell. Let's throw strikeouts up there and we'll look at a few different ways. You can play that one. Logan Webb, Ryan Pepio, no run, first inning. I can show you how to look it up in props. I know how to look it up, Alien. Why are you underestimating me like that, man? Oh, I saw it as a combination. Oh. The only combo we have on PrizePicks is the pitcher strikeouts. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I thought you were asking for his pitching outs, like the amount of innings he's going to go. I got you. I got you. My bad. That's on me. Okay. So we got Andrew Heaney and Ronel Blanco. Do you like the over on this one? You like the over on this combo prop? We'll take a look at both of those. In fact, let's remove Ronel out and let's put this combo in there. That way we can take a look at Heaney and Ronel and see what their combined projections are. Sound good? All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take this on over to Props.Cash. If you've never used Props.Cash before, I'm assuming most of you have. You're getting ready to see it in real time. So if you're considering taking that offer, that annual plan offer, or if you're even just considering taking my 25% off your first month offer, which all that information is in the stream description, you're going to get a first look into Props.Cash and how to use it. Very good tutorial. We use Props.Cash in real time on every single live stream. Also, join the premium Discord or freemium Discord, because the Props.Cash bots is free to use in the freemium Discord. So if you want to just take it for a spin, no charge. You don't even have to be this tall to ride that ride. You can just get on that shit, test it out. All right. Nothing but MLB props on the board. This feels weird. This feels weird. Okay, so let's start with this Ronel Blanco. Let's take a look at this combo prop. So we got a combo prop with Ronel and Andrew Heaney sitting at 9.5. Now, in order for this one to go over, you need 10 strikeouts. So it doesn't matter if Ronel goes out there and gets you 5 and Heaney gets you 5, or if it's a 6-4 split or 7-3, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Ideally, you would want a lower scoring game, so pitchers aren't getting hammered, risking their pitching outs and getting pulled early and all that stuff. So you want these pitchers to remain in the game as long as possible to stretch out that ceiling. But 5.5 strikeouts, you don't even need 5.5 strikeouts from Ronel Blanco today. You need 5. So current odds all are at 5. All these like the under for his 5.5 strikeouts, because he needs 6. Now, if you're playing it at 5, good news for us, he is projected for 5. He's projected for 5 strikeouts. So let's take a look over his last 2 starts. He has 7 versus the Blue Jays, almost at the Raptors, 4 against Texas. So just play this team. These 2 teams will play each other a lot. So 11 strikeouts, that's 5.5. That's why his prop on some books is at 5.5. It's very simple strategy. What's the average over his last few starts? That's typically where you'll see the lines. Doesn't give you a whole lot to work with. Ronel Blanco is a 1 strikeout per inning pitcher. So if he gives you 5 innings, you want 5 strikeouts. That's kind of what that's saying. It doesn't always work out like that, but that's basically what that's telling you. Let's take a look at some BVP for him. So in this current lineup, you do have Adolis Garcia, who is striking out basically every 2 at bats. So if Adolis Garcia sees 4 at bats today versus Blanco, he's going to strike out twice. That's kind of what that's telling you. Outside of Adolis, there is not a whole lot of strikeouts to be had here. So it may not be a swing and whiff day for the Rangers. But if you believe that there are 5 strikeouts in the first 5 innings or so, because that's, I mean, although he did go a complete game against the fucking Blue Jays. If Ronel Blanco goes 6 innings today, I think 5 strikeouts is really in play. If you can find it at 4.5, I mean, 6 innings is plenty. I mean, it's better than pitching only 4 2/3. So there should be plenty of opportunity here. So looking at that part of it, 5 strikeouts is in play. Let's take a look at Heaney. So Heaney needs 5 or more. Now he is projected for just not projected. He's at a line of 3.5. So the books, the odds makers, they're not really seeing a huge output from Heaney today. That's why his line is so low. But at -160, this is telling you that 5 strikeouts is probably in play. If these odds were -130, 125, 135, you would say, okay, 4. That's around 4. But when you see these inflated numbers, that's telling you that it's going to be closer to 5. And so you're getting 5 from Heaney, 5 for Blanco. That's pretty much what you need. Now, his first 2 starts, 7 against Tampa. He got rocked against Houston. I'm assuming he got rocked. He only struck out 2 batters, give up 6 earned runs. And that's the downside to Heaney, is that if he gets rocked, I mean, it's going to suppress his upside. He's out. He didn't even go 4 innings. So that's what you don't want. You don't want this game to get out of hand. You don't want a whole lot of home runs and shit, at least throughout the first 5 innings. Maybe when the relievers come in, that's different. But while these 2 dudes are on the mound, you just can't have them give up a bunch of runs, because Heaney's out. He's not going to last 5 innings. His projections are terrible, but we don't give a shit about that, because his odds are telling us something different in terms of his, excuse me. There we go. So his odds are telling us something different at 3.5. BVP versus Houston, quite a few strikeouts in this current lineup. All right. Now, much bigger sample sizes versus Heaney than the ones versus Blanco. Altuve, 5 career strikeouts. Bregman, Abreu with 6. That's what you want. You want to go through that lineup. You want to get, I mean, if you're getting a strikeout every other batter, I know that's not how it works. But if you're getting a strikeout every other batter, that's 4 strikeouts through the first wave. It's 4. I think that's a good one. If it got bumped up to 10, I don't know. I don't know if I'd play it at 10, to be honest with you. But at 9.5, it's in play. I'd rather play the combo prop than their individual strikeout props. Yeah, because like in the event, let's say Heaney gets rocked and the Astros are putting it on the Rangers and Blanco's still in there after 7 innings, you would assume he gets you 6, 7 strikeouts. If Heaney gets rocked and he leaves the game with 3 strikeouts, but Blanco gets you 7, there's your 10, and vice versa, you know? So I think the combo prop makes sense. All right. Are we looking up a Nerfy today? All right. So over on props.cash, you can look up no run first inning plays just by dropping down the box here at the top. Hit rates, odds, historical matchups, and then no run first inning. So we're going to look up this Logan Webb. Who does he pitch for? Is it San Francisco still? Are you not going to let me do that one? All right, let's see. There we go. So Logan Webb, Ryan Pepio. We like the under on this one. Or you like the over? You like them to go over their line here. All right, so we have our implied probability. We have our overall record. We have our no run first inning odds here. So not all of these have odds. This one doesn't have odds, but probability here, 48.9%. 2-1 record. But these percentages here, when I do look at no run first inning, these are the first numbers I do look at in terms of how each pitcher fares in the first inning. So 12-5 record for Logan Webb in terms of not allowing a first inning run. That's 71%. Ryan Pepio, 73%, 24-9. So yeah, these guys can give up runs in the first inning just like any pitcher can, but these percentages are pretty high. Some of the highest on the board. And so you would look to take the under on this one. That one could be in play. Is it on PrizePicks? It is Logan Webb and Ryan Papua. I think his last name is pronounced Pepio. All right. Yeah, that one looks good. I mean, this is just high level look into it. You know, if you want to take it a step further, you look up each pitcher's individual numbers over the last 10 starts, home and away, and just start crunching them. But high level look, you're getting solid projections, you're getting solid percentages. Two pitchers that don't get rocked in the first inning is kind of what you want. Maybe look at the game total on that one. Maybe look at the first inning projections in terms of strikeouts for each pitcher and see if that's going to equate to a low or no run inning. All right. I want to show you this Ketel Marte play because that was one that I was initially on for strikeouts. And then as I began to look at it, I didn't really see the upside in it. But if you want to play the over on this one because the odds are in favor, then by all means do it. This is one that I will probably either take the under on or just stay away from. I'm learning to not play plays that I just don't have a good feeling about. After research is done and I don't have a good feeling on it, I just stay away from those. I'm limiting my blind follows just because somebody or something says it's a good play, but your research says otherwise. I'm just sticking with my research. The worst case scenario is you're wrong, but you don't lose money. That's a worst case scenario, but it feels much worse to go against your research, to go against your feeling in terms of what you've seen and still play it and lose money. Because at the end of the day, you knew better. Those feelings are tough to shake. Those thoughts will keep you up at night. You'll be laying in your bed at 2 o'clock in the morning. Fucking, why did I play that play? That'll be the one thing you can't forget. So I'm learning. Don't like it, don't play it, period. So Ketel Marte, strong odds to go over batting strikeout. He's got 3 in his last 5. Numbers against the St. Louis Cardinals. I mean, all these games are not against Kyle Gibson. But just in terms of games played against the Cardinals, he's striking out a lot against these guys. Relative to where his line is. Not for the game. One strikeout a game is not that many, but relative to where his line is, he's striking out a lot because he's going over. Now, his numbers against Kyle Gibson are awful, okay? In 20 plate appearances, and that's a solid sample size. 20 plate appearances, that's probably like 5 or 6 games. Below 200 batting average. He only has 3 singles. And that's it. Now, you look at this and you say, oh, hell yeah, give me the over on that strikeout prop. Okay, hold on. He has the best strikeout rate against Kyle Gibson on the team at only 10%. He's not striking out against this dude. He's not getting on base. That's completely different. Getting on base is not a strikeout. You can fly out. You can hit a ball to the warning track. You can almost hit a home run. You can ground out to second. You can hit into a double play. But it doesn't mean you're striking out. So when I saw this, I thought, ooh, maybe that's when you take the under on. Or maybe you just stay away from it. But because his numbers against Kyle Gibson are so bad, he should see 2-3 at-bats versus Kyle Gibson. Maybe you look to take the under on his hitter fantasy score at 7.5. But that one stood out to me, and I'm glad I did the research, because when you look at this, you go, holy shit, he's striking out a lot. Oh my God, Kyle Gibson has his number, but he's not striking out. So that one stood out to me. Let's look at this Kyle Schwarber real quick. Hits, runs, and RBIs. I wish we could take a strikeout prop on Kyle Schwarber. If you can take a strikeout prop on Kyle Schwarber, I don't know, play it. If it's at 0.5, like that, he strikes out so much that his numbers are never going to be at 0.5 anymore. I mean, he's giving you 2 strikeouts, and you could take it at 2, but the odds aren't great. But the odds are really good on his hits, runs, and RBIs. So 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Let's just decrease the sample size a little bit. 2 out of 5 games, he's gotten you 2. Schwarber is a home run threat. So anytime I look at his hits, runs, and RBIs, one of the first things I do is look at his home runs, because if he hits a home run, he goes over everything. Fantasy score, RBIs, run, demon bases, demon RB, whatever. He goes over everything with a home run. So in the event he hits a home run today, plus 260 odds to go over a home run, you don't have to worry about anything else. In the event he doesn't hit a home run, he has to manufacture this shit. So looking at his odds today, you got minus 140, minus 135, no juice to the under, heavy juice to the over. So we like that. Now, his numbers against Marco Gonzalez are not all that great, but 5 plate appearances is not a big sample size. So he has 1 single, and that's it. He needs a little bit more than that today. So he needs a single, he needs to get on base and score a run, or he needs to drive somebody in, or he needs to hit a home run, or he needs to get multiple hits. Lefty-lefty matchup for Kyle Schwarber today. Not the greatest. His batting averages are super low because he strikes out a lot anyway. So I don't really pay attention to that, too much to that. His ISO is strong. His strikeout rate is really high. So if Schwarber gets you 5 at-bats, he's probably going to strike out in 2 of those, leaving him 3 opportunities to get on base, hit an RBI, or score a run. To start the season off, lefty-lefty matchup for Schwarber has been strong. 30 plate appearances, 9 singles, and a home run. Like I said, the home run gets it done. That's the clearest path to the over on all his props is a home run. Gonzalez versus lefties to start the season off has been awful. Or excuse me, has been reverse that. Gonzalez versus lefties last season, much lower batting average, but fewer plate appearances. Here, he gave up a few more hits, didn't give up as much power to the left side of the plate. Now, this season, to start off, that batting average is super suppressed and only 10 at bats, so super small sample size, just 1 single. So lefties are not getting after him to start the year off. Doesn't mean it can't happen today, though. And again, we just need 2 of these from Kyle Schwarber. This one looks good to me. It's always risky taking the over on Kyle Schwarber because he strikes out so much. But in the event he's feeling it, I feel like once he gets that first hit under his belt, they come in bunches. So that one's definitely in play. Kyle Schwarber looks good to me. All right. They already took that Ronel Blanco off the board. So this is what makes me think my superstition has some relevance to it, man. You start talking about a play, you put it in your board, and they take it off the board. So sometimes I do all my research and I don't even touch the PrizePicks board. Then when I get all my plays I want, I go in there and I make it out super fast. Boom, 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 submit it to limit the risk of a bump or removal. They're watching us. They're listening to us. You already know they are. All right. Appreciate y'all being here on the stream on a Saturday morning. Hope everybody's feeling good today. We just went through half a round of player props, really. We didn't talk about all those, but we talked about a few of them. Let's keep it going. No NBA on Mamba Day is wild. That is wild. What's up, Kerry? Good morning. MOB, Sean Manaea under pitching outs. All right, cool. We got Sean Manaea. We'll take a look at that one. What's going on, Adam? Good morning to you. Oof, not looking great. What do you think about the Alex bomb over 0.5 strikeouts? I don't know. Let's take a look at it. So we got Sean Manaea under his pitching strikeouts at 17.5. We got Alec Baum. It's Alex Baum, and so he has to board a plane. And then it's Alex Bohm. And then as soon as he gets off the plane, it's back to Alex Baum. Over strikeout versus Marco Gonzalez. Is it Marco? Was it Marco Gonzalez? Yeah. Pipois. Ryan Papois. All right. I would tell y'all this: the research process when you're just doing MOB is really different. It won't be like this when the NBA is done and we only have the MLB and I guess WNBA to research. But on days like this, it is really, really scarce. And to not force plays in for the sake of just building out a slip is very hard. You will want to just throw shit in there because you feel like you have to. These are days where you consider playing lights. These are days where you consider playing different slips. So if you're a 5 and 6 picks flex kind of person, these are days where you say, hey, there's just not enough value on the board. I'm just going to play a couple of 2 picks. Two picks are risky mathematically. They are more risky. It doesn't seem like they are because you only need 2 picks to get right. But if you get one wrong, you lose your money. And that's why they're a little bit more risky. The hit rates on 2 picks aren't as strong because the payout options are smaller in terms of you got to get them all right versus a 5 or 6. You can get 4, 5, or 6 right and you still win something. But on days like this, it may make more sense to take a look at some 2 picks. So like, listen, if you only have 3 or 4 plays that you really like, and that's it would make more sense to build out 2 picks with those plays versus throwing them in a flex and then adding 2 plays that you don't really feel good about. At best, you finish 4 and 6 and you still lose money. If you put $5 on a 6-pick flex, you only get $2 back. PrizePicks took $3 from you. That's not a profit. That's not a win. That's a loss. Don't get it twisted. You didn't win anything. You lost. The only way you win money on flex is if you get 5 out of 6 or 4 out of 5. Of course, if you get them all right. But the whole like 0.4% back, you don't win any money on that. You won $2 and you wagered 5. That's not profit. This one might be profit. Alex Bohm over 0.5 batting strikeouts, minus 135 to go over. He's looked more like Kyle Schwarber than Kyle Schwarber's looked like Kyle Schwarber in these 5 games. 1-3-1-1. Only book that has this up is BetMGM. Numbers against Marco Gonzalez, non-existent. There is no sample size. He has yet to face Gonzalez. In fact, a lot of these guys don't have very many plate appearances against Gonzalez. So there's not a whole lot of sample size. Hey, Castellanos, 10 plate appearances, 400 batting average. That is not sustainable. But against this guy, low strikeout rate. BABIP is strong. Batting average is strong as well. 4 out of 6 at bats, he's gotten on base with a hit. Castellanos is on a book, maybe look at some of his player props. So this is a lefty-righty matchup. Start the season off. To start the season off, Alex Baum versus left-handed pitchers. Batting .222, 21 plate appearances, 3 singles and a double. That's great. That's only 4 hits. That's only 4 hits and 21 plate appearances versus lefties. What happens in the other 17 plate appearances? Probably a few strikeouts, and you just need 1. He's going to see 4 to 5 at-bats today. This is a home game for the Phillies, so let's see if at home he gets that extra at-bat. No. So at home, over his last 5 home games, the most at-bats he's getting you is 4. So out of 4 at-bats, he needs to strike out 1 time. There's a high likelihood that that happens. That one looks strong. That one does look strong. Cool. All right. There's a good one. Let's take a look at Sean. Who does Sean Manaea play for now? Am I spelling his name right? He plays for the Mets. I still think of him in Oakland. All right, so we're going to look at the under on his 17.5 pitcher strikeouts. Or excuse me, pitcher strike. Yeah, definitely take the under on 17.5 strikeouts for Sean Manaea. That's a promo right there. 17.5 pitching outs for Sean Manaea. Hey, he's on a 2-game streak if you go back to last season. But this season, 1 game, 1 start, 18 pitching outs. Historically, I mean, out of his last 30 games, 30 starts, he's gone over this in 10% of those games. Or excuse me, 33% of the games. He's gone over in 10. So the majority of these games, he's staying under 17. So basically, 17 outs means he has to pitch 6 innings. He's not going 6 innings in very many of these games, but he is capable of it. He's done it before. So now we pay attention to the odds. -125, -160 on Caesars, and -131 on Pinnacle. Out of all these books, Pinnacle is the one that I will pay the most attention to. They like it at under -131. And it doesn't hurt to have the other book support. So you got 3 reputable books that like the under on this one. BVP matchup. Okay, so look at some of these batting averages versus, or not, these weighted on base averages versus Manaea. I mean, also pay attention to the amount of strikeouts in this lineup. There's not very many. So when you see something like that, you have a pitcher who's not projected to go very deep into a game. You also have a pitcher who's not creating a lot of swing and miss with this current lineup. And you have some pretty strong, some solid weight on base averages. It is very possible that Manaea gets rocked a little bit in this game. That could limit his leash in the game. But even if he doesn't get rocked, traditionally, historically, he's not a 6, 7, 8 innings guy. So that one does stand out as a good play. You are hoping for a strong first second inning from the Royals and put it on him, it doesn't hurt. And if he's getting rocked and he's giving up runs, that only increases his chances of being pulled early, limiting his innings pitched. Yeah, those two are good. We just broke that shit down, and watch him go out there and pitch a complete game shutout. I hope he doesn't. All right. So we just looked at Alex Bohm. We looked at Manaya. MLB slate is big today. Just because you have a big slate doesn't mean you have a lot of value. Explain to me why you think having a bunch of games means there's a lot of value. It just means you have a lot of plays. When you go to PrizePicks, just because you have a lot of plays on the board, that doesn't make them good plays. When you look at the board, just because there are plays doesn't mean they're good plays. That's never been the case. There is value on the board, but when you're researching at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, you don't see as much value. My thing with big boards like this, and this is just my personal opinion, when you have a really big board of player props, it's so much easier to hide that value because you have to find it, right? And it does make you feel like, since all these plays are up on the board, then they're all good plays. But honestly, this is a business. This is a money business, honestly. So what is going to make PrizePicks the most money, over time, is putting a bunch of plays on the board that aren't all good plays. If you factor in the amount of people that don't do research, that don't watch content like this, or not just mine, but anybody's content, you got a lot of people just playing whatever. PrizePicks is continuously making money off those bad plays. So it's a huge slate today, no doubt, but the value is not always going to be there. I've learned the hard way. I used to think, well, PrizePicks has it up, so it has to be a good play. I don't know where that thought came from, but I guess like the equivalent would be going to a grocery store and saying, well, if it's in the grocery store, it has to be healthy. It has to be good for me. And that's not true. So yeah, it's a huge slate, but that's why we try to find these plays like this. Manaya, Bomb, Ketel Marte strikeouts, Ellie De La Cruz. I saw Ellie De La Cruz total bases. That guy has been on a roll, and it's a demon now. Woo. If you play these three plays in a lineup just by adding the Ellie De La Cruz demon play, I mean, you are getting a payout boost on this one. Oh, wait, are you? I don't even know what a 3-pick flex is. Is it hold on, let's remove him. So a standard 3-pick flex would be, wait, is my PrizePicks jacked up right now? So even adding the Ellie De La Cruz, it's definitely a payout boost if you go power. So it wouldn't even make sense to play a 3-pick if the payout is the same. It doesn't make any sense. So you would play power on this one, but you go from a 5x to a 7x. So if you have faith in Ellie De La Cruz today, you can consider playing him in any lineup as a payout boost. All right, let's take a look at his total bases today. Well, let's find him first because his name is just blending in. All right. I guess his original prop was 0.5. If you can find a 0.5 total base prop for him, that's probably a good play at minus 150 to the over. So when you see inflated odds like that, that's not saying that he's going to get you 1 total base. It's closer to 2, in my opinion. This is ridiculous. It's not sustainable, but it is within his range. This is what he does. Or he can go out there and strike out 4 times. That's who he is. But he does bring a lot of upside when he's out there. Total base prop is at 0.5. This one was projected for 0.75. That's 1 total base, which is a little low. So now we look at his numbers against Garrett Crochet. No history here, but numbers against lefties. He's a switch hitter, so meaning he can bat from either side of the plate. Last year, he hit righties very well in comparison to lefties. Most of his power, basically all his power, came against righties. This season, we're getting a little bit more of a balance here. Average is higher versus lefties this season. Power is there, just not in droves. So more plate appearances equals more hitting opportunities. You're seeing it right here. Now, Crochet versus lefties, when you see something like this and you have a player that's capable of hitting from either side of the plate, you would assume that De La Cruz takes his swings from the left side of the plate today, where Crochet gave up a ton of average last season to start off the year. It's really not there. I mean, we don't have a big sample size for him because pitchers don't pitch every day. Over time, we'll probably see his 2024 shape up like 2023. But the fact that Elly De La Cruz can bat from either side of the plate makes him a little bit more dangerous. And if you were looking at a 1.5 total base prop and you're going to get a payout boost, that is worth taking a stab and putting it in a flex. I wouldn't put it in a 2-pick. But on a day like this, you may want to, because you may not have enough plays that you feel confident about to put in a 6-pick. So that one is in play. That one's in play. Anything else for De La Cruz? Because if you like the over on his total bases, then what else can you look at? Stolen bases, hits, runs, and RBIs, singles, hitter fantasy score. His RBI might be something to look at. His RBI might be something to look at today. It is a little riskier because somebody has to be on base or he has to hit a home run. But if you threw the RBI in there, that's a big difference in terms of payout boost. So you go from that 7x to 8.25x. If you flex this, it's still not that good because it is, because your typical 3x, your typical 3-pick on a power is 5x. Yeah, so you are getting a payout boost on this one if you flexed it. Yeah. His RBI might be in play as well. If you feel like the Reds put runners on and De La Cruz is batting what, 5th, 6th, something like that. Could be a good one. Jalen says he likes the under on Ellie hitter fantasy. We're going the opposite on this one. What are you seeing, Jalen? You think this run for him is like in NBA? We talk about hot streaks. Is he getting ready to hit a little streak here? There's not a lot of red here in terms of hits, runs, and RBIs, but I mean, like in these games, he's just not getting anything done. I mean, this production is incredible, right? I mean, it is what it is. Or are you higher on Garrett Crochet? Is that what it is? Are you higher on Garrett Crochet? Because at 6.5 strikeouts, he's projected to get you 8. When you look at these odds at -160 at 6.5, that's closer to 8. Definitely 7. Closer to 8. He's got it in back-to-back games. If you feel like Crochet goes out, why is the strikeouts only at 2? That's a mistake. That has to be a mistake. That's a projection that I wouldn't pay attention to. At 6.5, PointsBet, DraftKings, BetMGM, and Caesars all like this. FanDuel likes this. Once it gets to 7.5, you're not seeing favorable odds at all. Crochet is basically a 1 strikeout per inning guy. So if Crochet goes out there and pitches, 6 innings, that's 6 strikeouts. Anything more just makes it a more favorable play. So far on the year, the Reds are not striking out at a huge rate. Last season, they were a 24% strikeout rate versus lefties. This season, right under 20. We talk about this sometimes, but when a pitcher faces a team for the first time, you typically give the advantage to the pitcher in that first matchup. And when you look at this current team, there are only 2 players that I've seen Crochet and only at 1 at bat. Candelario and Jake Fraley. They may not even be in the lineup today. They could, but so he may have a 100% zero exposure lineup, meaning none of these batters have faced him before. And typically you give the advantage to the pitcher. He's already projected for roughly 7 to 8 strikeouts today. Maybe that's why Jalen likes the under on De La Cruz. Oof. We just made a case for both sides. We can talk ourselves into anything. If the data is there, if the numbers are there, you can make a case for anything. You just have to, at some point, you have to make a decision, you know? You have to take a stand on something. So you're either pro De La Cruz or pro Crochet. Is it possible that De La Cruz gets an RBI or gets on base twice or hits a double and still goes under fantasy score? And Crochet gets his 7 strikeouts? That's possible. But you're asking for a lot of things to happen in that little sequence. What's up, Big Icy? Good morning. PrizePicks only post plays with 49%. See, this is a good stat here. So PrizePicks only post plays with 49% chance of winning or lower. They're not our friends. Also, when you see plays bump up and bump down, I know I talked about my superstition earlier today, but really, the bigger picture is the masses, the people, the thousands and millions of people are moving those lines. So as soon as you start to see that money come into one side, it is PrizePicks' responsibility to get it right back down to the 50-50 line. Like, they don't want to let that shit creep into 54, 55% to either side. So once they start seeing plays like that, then they'll bump it or they'll reduce the line. And what that does is it brings it back down to an even line, an even playing field, a less appealing play. So that's why those bumps happen. And if you take a look at the less than 50% chance to win, you're already kind of at a disadvantage. So that's why hunting for value and finding value is so important, and not just taking a play and saying, you know, it hit last time, it'll hit this time. PrizePicks whole objective, all books, all sports pick'em sites, their whole objective is to make money. But with proper research and just a little effort, you can flip that shit. You can make money. You really can. What's up, GMAC? Yo, what's up, GMAC? Let's take a look at Spencer Turnbull over pitcher fantasy. Did I screenshot these? If I'll just redo them. Make sure I don't screenshot them, or make sure I don't post them twice though. All right. Turnbull. Oh, I know what we can do. We can take a look at the Odds Shopper pick'em table today. We definitely have the time. I think my favorite play out of those plays we just talked about was Alex Baum over strikeout, over 0.5 strikeout. I think that one was my favorite play. I might have to steal that one. I'll give credit. Who asked about it in the chat? Who asked about it in the chat? Alex Baum, Boom. It's Adam. It's Adam. Okay. All right. Let's transition over into no. Actually, no. I don't want to do that right now. Let's transition over to the Odds Shopper pick'em table first. Then we'll go to the Discord. So I have a couple of different resources that I use for my plays to help me find value. On days like this, it's they're very useful because it just gives you an extra set of eyes. So let's refresh this real quick. Garrett Crochet under strikeouts. We just talked about him, projected for about 7 or 8. And then Nick Lodolo. I tried to find that Nick Lodolo play. It's not on PrizePicks at 6.5, and it's not on Sleeper. So it's on Hard Rock. If you play on Hard Rock, this one is in play. So fantasy optimizer picks. Typically, we have NBA, NHL, MLB, soccer, tennis. On a day like today, where you have a league that's not active in the NBA, you're going to see just less on the board. So over on Sleeper, you have Alex Marsh under 5.5 strikeouts. This one is getting a lot of juice to the under on Pinnacle. Pinnacle is a sports book that I pay a lot of attention to, but all of these are sports books or pick'em sites. So you're getting a lot of support for the under on this Alex Marsh 5.5 strikeouts. Joe Boyle, I don't know who that is. You don't have to know who these dudes are. Minus 134 on Pinnacle at under 5.5 strikeouts. First PrizePicks play we see on the board is Luis Garcia under 1.5. Now, this one is only getting support from 2 books, Fliff and DraftKings. And while it's grading out as a plus EV, I personally like more data points than that. I like 4, 5 different books. 3 or less, I don't play those plays because there's just not enough information out there. Jake DeBrusk under points, total points. Pinnacle likes the under at minus 143. This one's much better, as it does have multiple data points to choose from, and on and on and on and on. I suggest, if you don't do this already, get comfortable building slips that are inclusive of whatever's out there. Like, don't just build slips based off, oh, I got to build all NBA or all MLB. Value is value. If you have 3 solid MLB plays, 2 solid NBA plays, and 1 solid tennis play, that's better than forcing in 5 NBA plays because the value isn't there. So just get comfortable playing in different sports. You don't have to be an expert at that sport in order to play player props. So right now we're seeing a lot of MLB. We have a few NHL. This is our first soccer play, European League here. Marcus Rashford, only available on 2 books. Maybe this is appealing to you. But like I said, without the NBA, it is there's just less to choose from, and that's okay. You may want to just play lightly today. There are days like this. Maybe you want to save your money and wait till tomorrow, or wait till the play-in starts. We're gonna have a fun next 1.5 months with the NBA playoffs and MLB. Should be fun. Esports is starting to come around again. Should be fun. All right. I'm so excited about these wins in the Discord yesterday. It's so fun to wake up in the morning and see everybody posting their winning slips. Even if I don't have a great day, I get so much joy out of seeing everybody else have good days. So that kind of is what happened yesterday. I only had I had a little bit of a profit on my free entry. I only played a few slips. One of them got canceled because Josh Giddey got a DNP, but it's okay, because when I scroll through here and I'm like, oh, everybody else ate. I love it. Encore plays on Hard Rock. Daily profit for him, just always cashing out, always posting his plays in his channel. Cash outs, 3 slips right there, 4 slips, 5 slips. Mookie with a good day over all her plays. She went 5-0 with her personal picks yesterday. There's another Encore slip. Alien had a huge day yesterday. All demon slip. Damn near hit it for a clean sweep. Very close, but that's the upside to playing these demon plays, is you can miss one and still make money because the payout boost is so high. Nice slip there. Here's another one from Alien. He got 5 out of 6, but he swept it because you get a reboot on Miles Bridges. Total payout $919, but on a 5x 306, excuse me, on 10x 360, $360. He's not done. Here's 2 more. Mookie again, Fainter, premium member, cashing out. Look, it's fun. Like, we're all cashing out. These are some winning slips just from last night. The cool thing is, a lot of these picks, most of these picks are being shared with everybody, so you have the opportunity to tell these plays. These aren't plays that are being kept a secret and then we're showing you the winning slips. Like, that's not fun. We're saying, hey, here are the players we like. Come tell with us. If you choose to tell, you profit. Cool. If you don't, it's not our fault, but they're in there. So shit's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. Yesterday's write-up, if you have not been to my Discord, if you've not seen the freemium or premium, there's still a lot of content being offered in the free section in the Discord. One of my favorite things is my daily write-ups. I personally write these out. Yesterday's play did not work out for us because Josh Giddey got canceled. He got scratched. But I wrote up this nice fat Breakdown for Josh Giddey, and he had the nerve to not play. That son of a bitch didn't play yesterday, but that's okay. Dante DiVincenzo hit the day before. Brandon Miller hit the day before. Brandon Miller hit again the day before. Trey Turner hit. Combo, Giddey, Micic hits. Franz sold. That's okay. PJ Washington hits. Oh, Scoot Henderson hits. PJ Washington again. Trey Murphy again. Steph. Scoot sold. And Zion. So this is the first 14 days of write-ups. We're 12-2. Pair that write-up with the taco or glizzy or your favorite play, and you get 3 extra entry amount. Props.cash bot. If you don't want to pay for props.cash, if you don't want to do a monthly or a yearly, come over to the Discord and use the props.cash bot for free. Now, you can only look at the last 10 games, but it's better than just guessing shit. But all that's available in the Discord. Just want to share that with you all. It's fun. It's fun to win money. All right. Let's see if we can squeeze in a few more player props before we dip out. We got Spencer Turnbull fantasy score to take a look at. I love breaking down fantasy scores. So on props.cash, you can find fantasy score projections pretty much anywhere. But on props.cash, we do a little mathematics here. We break out our thinking caps for the fantasy score, because we have a few different options. We can go by the odds, based off the odds, or we can go by projections. In terms of fantasy score on PrizePicks, factor in pitching outs, strikeouts, and earn runs, quality start bonus, and win bonus. Win bonus is 6 points. Quality start bonus is 4. In order to win, you got to pitch 5+ innings. You have to have left the game with the lead or pitch a full game, whatever. You cannot have gone out and be down a run. Quality start, you got to pitch a minimum of 6 innings and not allow more than 3 earned runs. There are multiple ways to stack up points, but the big ones are going to be pitching outs and strikeouts. If after we do the math and a player, or if a pitcher is in a good spot based off pitching outs and strikeouts, everything else is just extra. So with Spencer Turnbull today, he has a strikeout prop of 5.5. versus the Pittsburgh Pirates. So when I see this strikeout prop, I think 6 strikeouts is in play. Pitching outs, meaning innings, 3 outs per inning. So you multiply by 3. If he goes 5 innings, that's 15 outs. If he goes 6 innings, that's 18 outs. Multiples of 3. Hasn't gone over 5 innings in back-to-back starts. Or excuse me, I thought this was this year. So in one start this season, he has not gone. So 15 outs is 15 points plus 6 strikeouts. That's 18. That's 33 fantasy points. Just super rough math here. Now we factor in his earned run today. So he is projected to give up. I mean, based off these projections, he is projected to give up 3 earned runs. 2 at the minimum. So let's say he gives up 2 earned runs. That's 6. We're at 33 fantasy points minus 6. That's 27. So just based off that simple math, he definitely needs more strikeouts. He needs to go deeper than 5 innings, or he needs a quality start bonus, or he needs a win. So if he gets you 5 strikeouts, which I think is a little low, I think 6 strikeouts is in play. He only allows 2 earned runs, which is great. That's you don't want any more than that. What it's going to depend on is his innings pitched. If Spencer Turnbull goes out there and gets you 6 2/3, 6 1/3, let's say gets you 6 1/3, which is 19 pitching outs. He gets you 6 strikeouts, that's 34. 34 minus 6 is 28. However, going 6 innings, giving up less than less than 3 runs, that's a quality start bonus. That's 32 fantasy points. I know it's a little confusing, but it's super important that you understand how the fantasy scores are broken down. It'll save you a lot of headache and a lot of pissed off nights. It's very possible for a pitcher to leave the game up over fantasy points and end with lower because he left runners on. He's still responsible for those runners. So even though he's not in the game, the reliever comes in and gives up a home run and somebody's on base, that RBI counts against the previous pitcher. There's a lot of shit like that you got to keep in mind. But what we're focusing on here is strikeouts, innings pitched. If we can get close to 28, 29 fantasy points based off those two numbers, then the quality start bonus and the win bonus is just icing on the cake. And for Spencer Turnbull today, he's in a good spot based off just those two. Suppress the earned runs, go 6 innings, get 6 strikeouts, qualify for the quality start bonus. You're good to go. Please don't look at pitcher strikeout, or please don't look at pitcher fantasy score and go, oh, that's too low. I'm going to go over. I'm going to go under. Got to do some breakdown here. Got to do some engineering here. The great thing is this season, Turnbull in Philadelphia has a much better offense around him than he did in Detroit. So assuming that the Phillies can get on top of this game and put a couple of runs up, we see pitchers go out there with a lead. When they pitch with the lead, it's a little bit of a different game. We saw that happen with Nestor Cortez as the Yankees beat the shit out the Marlins. Pitching with a 4-run, 5-run lead, way different than pitching down 2 runs. So I don't mind that one at all. Needs 30. Think he can get there. Pitching outs, pitching strikeouts, quality start bonus should get it done. All right, what else we got? VJ Singh over 1.5 birdies. Got a golf prop on the board. Oh shit. What did I miss? I feel like I missed a lot. Let me scroll back up here. What's up, Ruben? Good morning. Gridiron Beauties, what's going on? Good morning. UFC 5 picks on parlay play. Anybody got any UFC picks? There was one earlier this morning. Like, let me scroll back up. I think it was Carrie. Carrie put a UFC pick in the chat really early on. Or am I making that up? I think I'm making that up. Somebody put a takedown player prop or a takedown prop in the chat early this. Oh, it was Mel. Zhang over takedowns. Mel, are you still on? Are you still in this in the chat? Why do you like that play? You still have not played this Gaethje play yet. I totally forgot about this Gaethje play. Oh, that's so fun. Oh, how perfect is that? On a day with no NBA, on a day where you may struggle to find value. Oh, how perfect is it to have a play like this that takes away one prop? Like, this shit's going over, right? The only way this doesn't go over is if he gets knocked out on the first punch thrown by Holloway, or he tears an ACL coming out of the dressing room or some shit. Like, seriously. Oh, I'm so glad we're talking about MMA because I probably would have forgot about that. All right, cool. Cool. Zhang over takedowns at 3.5. Mel likes the over on that one. This is the the comment earlier this morning at 9:04, so about an hour ago. VJ Singh over birdies. Ruben likes Guardians first 5 total runs over 1.5. Pay attention to these first 5 total run plays from Encore. He posts these in his channel. We post a few of them on the free cheat sheet. But these are hitting at a really high rate. You just saw the winning slips. A lot of his winning slips are made from these first 5 total runs. Now, I can't play these because I don't live in a state that allows me to play these types of props on books. But if you're able to play these props, fuck yeah, play them. Chavez. What's going on, Chavez? Brown? Both baseball players were super solid. What's up, bro? Cash out with some picks. You talking about the plays from the cheat sheet yesterday? I put up I honestly my brain just like freezes because I talk about plays so much, player props so much. I'm like, what did I play yesterday? That's why we track everything in the Discord. Our cheat sheets above 60% hit rate, our free cheat sheet above 70% hit rate. I'm glad we're tracking them because try to remember all this shit is hard. But yesterday was the 12th. Yeah. Like Mike Trout goes over, Harper goes over, Yamamoto goes over. That was one of mine. Yamamoto goes over his strikeout prop. Muncy goes over total base prop. We had Zion sell. That's okay. Yeah, my 2 MLB plays yesterday, Yamamoto and Max Muncy. Both of those are playable on PrizePicks, Underdog, Sleeper, and HOTSTREAK. You could have just quadrupled down on all those and made money on all sites. But yeah, those are pretty 2 solid plays. I wish Zion would have came through. He did not have the best of games yesterday. Played both. I'm glad it worked out for you, Chavez. Glad, man. I love it. Alex Pereira to win plus Charles Oliveira. So we're starting to get some MMA plays in the chat here. These are just outright wins here on Hard Rock. Robert Higgins, what's up? Did I say what's up to you yet? No? Good morning. Hope you're well. Austin Matthews, goal number 69 tonight and maybe more. Toronto versus Detroit. We're building out quite the diverse slip here. As Riza said, you need to diversify your bonds. I spelled his name wrong. So Austin Matthews over goal tonight is already up on the board as a demon. It is that good of a play that PrizePicks has said, you know what? You want to play this shit? It'll cost you. Think about these goblin plays as like you're already paying them like an interest before you play the shit, right? Like it's like you're paying them to play. It's what's happening with these goblin plays. Yes, you can play it and the likelihood that it goes over is high. It's like admission to a club. It's admission to a theme park. It's admission into a movie. It's admission to a concert, to a comedy show. You're paying them to play their shit for a goblin. So if you want to play this, super high likelihood that it goes over. But in a situation like this, I would advise you to look for it on a different pick'em site to see what you have available to you. So on Underdog, this is also nerfed at a 0.9 payout. So Underdog is on top of it. They're on the same wave as PrizePicks here. What about Sleeper? Now Sleeper has it at a 1.63 payout. That's probably the best line you're gonna find on a pick'em site, to be honest with you. You can play it on Sleeper. Let's look at how good this prop is though, because anytime you're getting multiple pick'em sites nerfing a play, it is something to pay attention to. Oh, that's not good. So we're going to look at his goal. All right. 8 out of his last 10 games, he's gone over this in 7 straight. Projected for 0.61. So there you go. Odds on DraftKings likes the over, FanDuel over, Caesars, a Pinnacle, or excuse me, PointsBet and BetMGM all over. Numbers against Detroit. Last 2 games this season, he failed to get a goal. So if you're looking for a negative, if you're looking for something to talk you off this play, then you would say, oh, fuck that. He can't score goals against this damn Detroit Red Wings team. Outside of that, everything else looks really good. I will tell you what, if you are feeling like a pessimist today, play the under on his 0.5 goal on underdog for a 1.1x payout. If you feel like that person, you're going to be that person, play the under and try to make money off of it. Outside of that, everything else looks good for the over on this one, which explains why his line is being nerfed at 0.5. Mel says Zhang 5.94 takedown attempts per fight. So that is a little insight as to why Mel's on Wiley Zhang's 3.5 takedowns. Yeah, looks good. All right, so we've covered. I'm gonna take Gaethje out of there because I don't have to put that in a screenshot. People know that's a good play. This is quite the diverse slip here, right? We got NHL, MMA, and MLB. Do you see what I see? Fucking eye chart going on over here. All right. What else do we have? Any other plays you want to throw in the chat? You can break down. Appreciate y'all being here on a Saturday morning. 20 viewers still on. I'm telling you, anytime I talk about the Discord and how awesome we are and making money and charging shit, people are like, fuck that. I used to be the same way. I used to think that everything had to be free. And if it's free, then it's great. And if you are so good at what you do, you should just do it for free. And then you think about things like bills and paying your rent or mortgage. And everybody has to create a living for themselves. And then you start to creep into value. You know, people charging money for stuff doesn't mean you're getting value. So one of the things that I pride myself on that I'm trying to create in the Discord is providing value every single day. It's not about the price tag on it. It's about what you get in return. So for the value in return, I feel that it's a strong value in my Discord. So I am very proud and happy to talk a lot of shit about it every single day. So I have no problem talking about it on my stream. Dean Kramer over 5 strikeouts. Let's do it. Let's do it, Jalen. This might be the last play of the stream here. Appreciate y'all being here. Really, I do. Saturday morning. Next live stream will be Tuesday. No stream on Sunday. Jalen, look at this. Look at my mind. I said your name last, and I typed your name into the search box. No live stream tomorrow. No live stream on Monday. I am active in the Discord 7 days a week for about 15 hours a day, from about 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. 14 hours, yeah. And then I'm out. By then, I've been cramming and crunching for a long time. I'm ready for a break. I'm ready to desensitize myself a little bit with some crime documentaries and shit. But I got people in the Discord who are up late and early. So there's content being provided all around the clock. My man Damien in there posting slips at 2 o'clock in the morning. Big T providing all his slips in there, helping everybody cash as well. So there's always content being shared. My ass just falls asleep at 9:30 every night. All right, let's take a look at Dean Kramer. Over 5.5 strikeouts today. And this might be the last play. If we don't get another one in after this, we might just call it a day. Hopefully this live stream helps you in your research process. Ideally, I would love for this to serve as a part of your research process, not just your research process. But in the event you don't have time, or in the event you just have time to do this, I hope that you gain something from it. I hope that these breakdowns help you find value, or maybe even talk you off a play that wasn't good. Maybe you saw something on the stream that changed your mind. I hope that's the case. I hope you're gaining something from these streams. 6 strikeouts last game. 2 games this season he started against the Kansas City Royals. He got you 5. 6 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. He got you 6. So he's averaging 5.5 strikeouts, which explains why his line's at 5.5. Sometimes the breakdown for where the prop is not that difficult. It's simply an average over the last 2, 3, 4 games, whatever it is. As the season goes on, we have a larger sample size to work with. Then we can start looking at season averages and start to identify discrepancies, or when a player is on a trend, when we feel it's going to come back down. But this early in the season, 2 games, that's all we got. 70 games into a season, we can look at the full season and say, okay, on the season, he's a 6 strikeout per inning guy, or 6 strikeout per game guy, but his strikeout prop's at 8 today. That's way too high. Let's break it down. For this game, though, it's where it needs to be. I think this is a fair line. You're getting positive odds in favor of the over. Across the books, BetMGM, DraftKings, Caesars, PointsBet, Pinnacle likes this at 149. Did we look at this one already? I feel like these are, maybe I'm just thinking about my research this morning. Projected for 4.8 strikeouts. I think it's a little too low. I know Milwaukee just put up 12 runs. 11 runs. They just put up 11 runs yesterday. Yeah, just a lot of production from the Milwaukee Brewers yesterday. So maybe people are not even thinking about this play. Maybe that's why his projections are so low. But I got 5 books that like the over, and I got Pinnacle that really likes the over on this one, which makes me feel good about taking the over because Pinnacle is it's a very strong book. To start the year, righties versus Milwaukee, you had Hunter Green rack up 9. You had Emerson Hancock rack up 6. That gets it done for us today. Bryce Miller racks up 7. Gilbert racks up 7. That gets it done for us today. Overall, to start the season, I think all these games are from this year, from the 29th on. Over, 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 and over. We need 6 from Kramer. Pitchers are getting it done against the Brewers. Yes, they can put up crooked numbers in a hurry, but as long as Kramer avoids that one big inning where he gives up 4 runs or something like that, he should be in a good spot to cash the over on the strikeout prop. Boom. All right. Did we add him to this? All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's stream. Appreciate y'all sticking around. 24 viewers on the stream. I hope you're just not joining the stream because we're about to leave. About to call it a day. No NBA today makes it a little weird when you're researching. It does limit your upside, but all your focus is on one sport, pretty much on one sport. We did talk briefly about it. One NHL play today. You still have the Justin Gaethje 0.5 significant strike promo on PrizePicks. If you haven't played it yet, don't forget about it. That is an excellent way to combat a day where there's -1 sport, okay? Take that Gaethje prop, throw it in a 2-pick for $20, 3x that. Take the other $5, throw that in a 5-pick or a 6-pick flex. Aim to, at minimal, double up that $5, and you walk away with $70 just like that. Best case scenario is you hit a 6-pick flex for 25x, and you walk away with $185. All thanks to the Justin Gaethje play. Well, a large part, but just a couple ways you can use those promos and spread the wealth a little bit, not throw everything in one slip. I'll be sharing my slips in the Discord today. I'll be sure to share a slip or 2 with the freemium, but the majority of my content will be in the premium section. Definitely gonna try to get a player write-up today. If the value's not there, if I just don't feel good about a player, I'm just not gonna do a player write-up today. I don't want to provide shitty write-ups for you all. I may wait till tomorrow, but if there's something there I like, I'll write it up and you can play it. But all that will be in the Discord. If you're interested in joining the Discord freemium or premium, that link is in the stream description. Just hit it up. Just come say hi. Don't forget about the 10-day pass in the Discord. You want to take advantage of that? $9.99 for 10 days. Come join. You'll make your $10 up pretty fast. It's going to do it. I'll be back Tuesday morning with another player prop talk live stream, but stick around, or thank you for sticking around. Consider subbing up to the channel. Definitely hit the like button, especially if I answered one of your questions today. If you're going to sub up to the channel, make sure those notifications are on so you don't miss the next live stream or any other content that I provide. If the value's not there today, don't play a lot of slips. That is one way you can respect your own damn coin. Is don't play a lot of slips if you don't want to. Don't force plays in. Keep your money. Don't give it away. But if you do play slips today, I hope all of your player props respect the damn coin. I wish you the best of luck. Like I said, I'll be back Tuesday morning with another live stream. Have a great weekend. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your Sunday. I'll let the outro bump a little longer for you all. But until Tuesday's live stream, Chavez is out.